Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sportsport here on a Friday, a post-opening day Friday.
That's right.
And once again, it is the Barnes and Tony Show. How you doing, sir?
Well, I'm doing great today, man. Definitely a little tired, perhaps, but I mean, what a fucking day, dude. We had yesterday. Really can't ask for anything better, dude. Beautiful weather. Yankees got the dub yesterday, obviously. Saw some great people, dude. Had some solid food. And I mean, really, like, what a tremendous opening day, dude.
Oh, yeah. Top to bottom. Even with the little lift snafu.
Snafu,
really,
dude.
I thought a little unprofessional by the Lyft driver, if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about. After the game yesterday, we're going to Mario's to eat, order the Uber, order from Yankee Tavern. We're waiting for it the whole time. Then the guy calls us and says, "Oh yeah, I can't get over there. I'm at the train station." Then we walk to the train station and he just cancels the ride. So it's like, oh no, that was nice. So then we had to take the Metro North, which was definitely, I feel like it's more of a subway situation or another Uber rather than the Metro North waiting at Harlem. Nevertheless, got the job done. Some good leftovers for today. I'm sure Tony's ready to eat those right now.
I'm so fucking hungry right now.
So yeah, overall, just such a great day yesterday. How about the time, with Josh B and Mark at Billy's? A couple hours at Billy's. The patio,
dude. The patio
sun
was phenomenal, dude. The sun beating down, the drinking. Yeah, dude. It was great to see Josh B too. That was really awesome from the pop in here, dude. And obviously Mark too. Seems to be part of the tradition.
Which is great,
dude.
Yes, absolutely.
What was that bar we went to afterwards? Yankee Tavern?
No. Dugout, I think. Is it the Dugout?
I think you might be right. I think it was the Dugout. Yeah.
But I mean, just all the bars were packed. Felt like a postseason type of vibe.
Yeah, it was sick,
and the weather was great too. I think one thing
amazing.
I would keep in mind going forward, not that it wasn't manageable, but just that you kind of want to have seats. Basically, you want to have seats left or center field versus right. The shade, because in the sun, I mean, I kept saying, I probably said it 100 times yesterday. Feels like it's 70 or whatever.
Dude.
But then in the shade, if you're not layered up, a little cold. But I don't know. Especially you of all people, I'm sure you weren't really like necessarily cold, but like, what would you say? It was just a little chilly.
I guess you could say there's a wind chill. But I had shirt, thermal jacket on, so it was a spring jacket. So I was comfortable. I was enjoying the breeze, enjoying the shade. And honestly, like our seats, I mean, those seats were still great, dude. Like just to see down the first base line, like it was awesome. Right on the pole, dude.
Just a little trouble telling if it's a homer or not on Ben Rice's.
Yes, dude.
Which we'll get to. But yeah, overall a great day, and we'll talk more about that. When we talk about the game itself. But I do see we have a bunch of comments.
Yes, dude.
We want to get to those.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we have as early and often as we typically are. Michael Buck, the breaking news, dude. Barnes now a member of my sports talk chat with my family and two very close friends, dude. I know Brian was honored, right, yesterday when we saw that, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, what a moment. It almost was put on a little TO. Said something about about the Mets.
Yeah.
Apparently you're not allowed to, say like things like the Mets suck.
I'm all for that, dude.
You're not supposed to say that in that chat. So we learned rather quickly.
Yeah. If anyone is, from that chat's tuning in today, you better shut your ears. Okay, dude? Michael Buck, shout out to my boy MJ, who'll be tuning in today to the show. Blah. I got you guys covered by getting more people to tune in. Thank you, Michael. Always appreciate that, dude.
Absolutely.
And then, dude, Barnes. Let's see what he says. I gotta say, MJ was saying some very great things about you to me yesterday on the side, dude. New friend, maybe a Yankee fan, I guess.
I mean, maybe.
Speaking of Yankee fans, Matthew Ryan about the Mets. He says, nice game won for the Mets, he says. Obviously not a typo there. LOL 3-1 to the lowly Astros. Soto looking rough. I mean, honestly, dude, like I think a lot of the hate right now for Soto and the Mets coming in is from a lot of the salty Yankee fans. I mean, Astros not for nothing going to be a great team. I mean, Framber Valdez, I mean, great pitcher, dude. Who's that young guy they have? Not Yanni Diaz, but the other guy, Cam Smith.
Oh, Cam Smith, the starting right fielder. Yeah.
He had a great game. Stellar, yes. Pena, great there. So, I think Yankee fans really should honestly just shut the fuck up, honestly, dude, like about this whole thing.
I think honestly, and again, we'll get to it when we talk about the game specifically. Couple of things there. I mean, and we'll do more of a breakdown. I wouldn't say the Astros are great. I think I don't know if they're locked to win their division. But honestly,
come on.
Well, also what I would say, that aside, okay, I mean, win or loss, I mean, you never go by opening day. We've seen the Pirates start a season 5-0. So I don't think there's anything like to really be like, oh my God, like the Mets look terrible. They're gonna have a terrible year. The only thing I would say is it was a big moment for Soto to chase and strike out there.
Yeah, it was.
So I think that's a fair thing to say. Like, he did have an opportunity to come through there.
Yeah.
Tough pitcher, didn't get the job done. And I think that's fair.
Of course, dude. Yeah. Listen, I mean, as a Met fan, I would have loved to have seen him just crank one and win the game for us. That would have been great, dude. But I mean, it doesn't happen, obviously.
Yeah.
But and again, we'll break it down. But there was many more things that went wrong yesterday for the Mets than just that. And then Ernie in the house says, "Yeah, dude." And then Josh B says, "Yo, what up, fam? Great time yesterday." Yes, dude.
Right back at you, brother.
Michael Buckton, shout out to Josh B. You're cool. Josh B says, Michael Buckton. I'm sure that makes Josh crack a smile. And then, of course, Matthew Ryan continuing that Josh B. Prez, who for some reason always talks shit to Josh B, even though Josh is a Yankee fan. He says, "Who needs little Juan, dude?"
No. It's because he always says something about the Mets, and then Josh says like, "What are you doing?
Stupid or whatever, exactly, dude. Bad take," which they are. He says, "Let's go Yankees. F the Mets or mess," he says. And then Derpy, of course, more Mets hates. It's already Friday. Happy. And then how about the Mets? LOL, dude. Honestly, I'm starting to love it, really, dude, because I really can't wait when Soto does hit 40 home runs this year and has like a Soto year.
Until
dude.
You said that, I kind of did forget about the over-under 40.
Yeah, 40 for 40, dude.
40 for 40.
There we go, dude.
Yeah.
And then Matthew Ryan, yes, Austin Wells hit a nice bomb. Joe Buck called the game. And I'm curious, Matthew Ryan, how you feel about Joe Buck. I mean, you brought him up. Of course, we were watching, I guess, on social media, the clips, dude.
Back. Great to hear him a little tight.
Also, Michael wants to know if you would throw a baseball with him and do some batting practice, dude.
The weather.
Absolutely. Pending.
Yes.
Pending, dude. Matthew Ryan at Derby Entertainment. LOL, you are so on par. How about the Mets? And Derby says, "Do I dare say it, Matthew? Mets fans, what happened, dude?" We'll go over. I mean, again, like Brian said it, game one, like fucking calm down. Josh P, I was good. Had the scarf. He was wearing the scarf,
big.
dude.
I went triple layers and the insulated shirt and
pants. Very good.
So
dude.
that was big.
Josh B also yesterday very color coordinated. The green, everything matched very nicely. The hoodie underneath, dude.
Yes, something that I'm not privy to.
Yeah. And then Michael Buck just says, "I looked so iconic yesterday with the outfit that I wore yesterday." Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. I had the I don't have any Yankees gear, but I was sporting the blue and white tie-dye.
That one time, like you will never wear a Yankee jersey again.
God forbid.
It's so funny that like I was thinking about that in my head. I was like, I know that was the straw. He's just not doing it. Just doesn't want to hear it. Can't do it.
Don't want to hear it. Can't do it. Matthew Ryan, Yankees town. Derpy says Cavs and Gardos won. I mean, I don't know if he means the Guardians.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm guessing he's a Cleveland fan.
Yeah, must be, dude. Then Donnelly in the house. Good morning. Great time had by all yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, dude. And it was great meeting up with Jules at the game, too. That was so much fun, dude.
Yes. Great.
She was great. We got her a seat by us as well.
And I was confused. Didn't we just see her on the street? Like, I don't think Josh.
I'm pretty sure Josh was. I mean, he looked as surprised as we were. So
I'm pretty sure he just saw her. Like I was saying, which was just ironic. Like,
yes, it was ironic.
Yeah, all the people there.
And then Matthew Ryan says Astros suck, dude. Derby says yes, the Astros do suck, Matthew. They aren't the same anymore. And then Michael Buck to Joe Buck calling baseball games is weird. Can't lie. He took a break for a while, I think. How was the atmosphere at Yankee Stadium, Barnes?
It was unbelievable, Michael.
It was good.
Everybody jacked up, and that's what you love to see. And that's why I always talk about, that's what makes Yankee Stadium great is the fans. And there's just always a turnout, whether it's opening day or it's Thursday at 1:00 during the regular season. Not yesterday. I know yesterday was Thursday. But you get what I'm saying.
Yes, dude. You get what I'm saying.
And also, though, I think next year, though, push it back. Go back to 1:00.
1:00.
Yeah, 1:00 is fine. We don't need a 3:00 start. This isn't, do the 1 and 4s, because then I just think, it just pushes everything back, and especially, when it's, I know, like, it warms up, but then it gets cold too. So I'd rather have like where you hit the peak towards the end of the game, rather than it getting colder.
Not peak, that, dude.
I think it seemed kind of the same, but. You know what I'm saying? Because when the sun went down, that was it. At the end, like the sun was only for the standing room and center, basically. Ninth inning?
Basically. And then Michael Buck does say, which is probably the first good point in the comments all morning, dude. Nothing better than seeing baseball games in person.
100%, Michael.
1,000%, dude.
1,000,000%.
And then Matthew Ryan says, losing to the Lily Astros is embarrassing, like very embarrassing. It's sad. Juan Soto looks like a bust, he says, which is really becoming like laughable, honestly. And then Josh B also says, the way too early. 1 game hot takes. Here we go. He says, relax. Matthew Ryan, of course, talking, not relaxing. All Mets fans were bragging about Juan Soto, rightfully so, because he's great. And he says he is a salty Yankee fan. And ain't that evident right now, dude? And then Derpy says difference between Yankee fans and Mets fans.
I feel like, though, Matthew Ryan is his own animal. I wouldn't put him under any type of fan. he's his own breed. His own breed.
Yeah, you can say that, too.
Goes by the beat of his own drum.
Yes, dude.
And then one more from Michael Bucka. Hey, Barnes, what would happen if you had to break up and fight a Yankee Stadium at a Yankee Sox game? Well, was it Yankee Sox? And I think I already mentioned this yesterday. Maybe you weren't tuned in at the time, Michael, but or it wasn't yesterday, but it was on
I think you mentioned
Wednesday.
It yesterday, honestly. Oh, no, yeah, it was yesterday, I guess.
But I had to break up a fight at a Yankee Mets game. So, listen, I've been known to be, the peacekeeper, because at the end of the day, everybody gets jacked up. The drinks flowing, and it's just like, what are you really doing? Like, you're really gonna go toe to toe, all juiced up with someone and get arrested at a game? Why would you do that? So I've always had the wherewithal, Tony, to just be like, listen, there's just no point in doing this. Let's just kind of cut it off at the knees and not go there.
No, yeah, absolutely, rightfully so, dude. Like you said, it's just watch the game, dude. Like, it's just about the baseball, dude. Get a dog in you, all right? Michael Buck to clear. That's a dream of yours, Barnes. I know it. And not only says, and it's on tape.
Maybe the video of us yesterday. Is that what she's saying?
Oh, no? Maybe. Yeah.
What were you thinking she was talking about?
Your fight. Was your fight? Was it being recorded? No. Well, not your fight, but you breaking up.
It definitely wasn't. No? It definitely. I guess technically, like, it could have been, but I'm sure I would have seen it in the archive somewhere.
Yeah, dude. And Michael wants to know who was the fight between your buddy?
Some random person and Mark.
Yeah. Oh, was Mark?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. Let's see. Michael Buck says the 2 strikes Yankee Stadium noise is iconic, dude.
But then I don't understand what she's saying. The drunk Barnes.
Well, because there's video. Did you see the video that Mike edited?
Yeah, but I don't understand it.
Like, you were on tape being drunk is what.
No, but I feel like I didn't even say anything. Am I not thinking of the same thing? I'm thinking of what was in the
TikTok that Michael made. Yeah. You just were drunk in it, though. Like, it's not like you were saying anything, but you were drunk in it.
I don't know. I feel like this is slander.
No, it's not slander, dude. Were you not drunk yesterday?
Were you not drunk yesterday?
Yeah, I was hammered.
No,
dude.
but I'm saying I don't think I watched the video. I see coherent.
Yes, coherent.
So I'm just saying I will not stand for that type
of
slander.
You can be drunk and still coherent, Brian.
I don't know. This feels like a little bit of an attack. We're gonna move on here.
Oh my God, dude!
Let's go to the world of Major League Baseball.
What a play! Stop it! Yep. And Alonso cracks one of the Mets win the ball game! Out of sight!
And it works at 100 miles an hour. 14 strikeout.
Drilled deep to left field. There it goes. See ya.
All right. So what a day in Major League Baseball. It's just so funny sometimes how the camera, portrays one thing than the actual reality of the situation. You'd get a kick out of that, honestly.
Boy.
But I'm looking for this, Tony. I don't see this. I don't know why.
The video?
Yeah. I don't even know.
I mean, let's see. I don't know if it's just on TikTok or if it's on. No, it wasn't posted on YouTube, I guess.
I thought it was just a video. Like, you're talking about, like, it showed like the last out and stuff.
Yeah, the one that Mike made.
But I swear I didn't say anything in that.
No, you didn't say anything, but you were drinking.
But someone that she said, yes, you did. You were slurring your words. That's letter. I didn't say anything. It must be a different video.
Maybe she's talking about you in the Discord, maybe.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. Yes, okay, that's what Josh said. But honestly, I'm just having a good time with everybody. But
there
I
it is.
Just wanted to make
it's
sure
fine.
That
dude.
was on the
it's
train.
Okay,
it was the end of the night. Okay,
I thought you were driving your car at that time, dude.
No way. But anyway, that actually is just a real funny. I feel like this could be a bite right here.
Yeah.
But and I did see Wells. I mean, not Wells. Ernie asking if he called the Wells home run and when you bet on it. No, and then Josh B asked, "Did you?" And then interesting from Derby, he says Yankees fans have a personality of saying crap to say crap because in fight. Well, a Mets fan is just there to enjoy themselves. Okay.
Wow, that's nice from Derby.
And and I hope Donna knows I'm just cracking up over here having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Donna's the best. Honestly,
she's the best.
I will say that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I don't understand the Yankees.
What is it?
Oh, he's talking about the fight, but it's like, dude, you weren't there, and it was equal on both parts, Derby. So I don't know why, like, we're trying to go. Yankees Mets there. I mean, we could go on and on and on for that, but I just feel like it was an even playing field.
Yeah, that can't be
that's for sure.
Mets, no, yeah.
But and then Ernie says he bet it.
He did. Good for him, dude. Probably made it.
And it's interesting. Josh B says wasn't as packed as some opening days I've been to, but I swear, I mean, I know there's always the it had to have been a sellout.
You think so? I mean, yeah, possibly.
You know
people
what
were just
else,
like moving around a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There are a lot of empty seats around us.
Yeah. People though stand or like go in that center field area.
Yeah.
They go in the lounge,
which is nice, dude.
Why.
Josh and I walked by it. It was super nice. And again, speaking of like being in the sun, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I am a little tired and get some ice cream though, but obviously priorities change. I did get a hot dog though. We had those sweet fries, dude.
Yes, the fries. Yeah, attendance, as John Sterling would say, a sellout. 46,208.
Oh.
And then I guess no, I was just trying to like catch up on everything, but yeah, I guess that's really all it was. But in terms of the game yesterday, I thought it was a really solid game start to finish. I mean, it just how do you set the tone better than starting, in the top of the first inning, Rodon on the mound? I thought from first pitch, Tony, he looked completely dialed in, retiring the Brewers in order 1, 2, 3. Churio with the strikeout, Yelich with the ground out, and Contreras a pop out there. So that was nice, and I thought he pitched great the entire way. 5 1/3, 7 strikeouts. But then you set the tone. Austin Wells with that homer to right center, 348 feet. Everyone was going nuts, obviously, for that. So that kind of gave the Yankees some momentum. And Rodon in the second, working around a Frelick single, it gets through 2 scoreless. And then Anthony Volpe, a welcome sign. We obviously saw him have the, power decline last year. Homer to right center, 373. So that made it 2-0 Yankees. Rodon did give one back in the third. Capra with the homer to left, 370, made it 2-1. And then, the bottom of the third, Yankees didn't get anything going on the board. Fourth inning, Rodon again working around a Frelick single. Yankees do get a Bellinger single in the fourth, but then aren't able to get anything going there. Rodon striking out the side in the fifth, and I love to see that because, sometimes we've seen Rodon too jacked up as the game goes on, kind of losing it a little bit, but to, fifth inning there, strike out the side, that was impressive.
Huge.
Bottom five, Ben Rice, did single. You had a Wells walk, but Yankees were unable to get any runs in. And then in the 6th inning, Rodon walks Yelich to lead off the inning. And then Contreras grounds out. And then he gives up another walk to Rhys Hoskins. So at that point, the Yankees opt for Tim Hill. And what do you know? He gets 3 ground balls, 2 outs to get out of the inning. So the Yankees, go to the bottom of the 6th up 2-1. And then, they try to bring in a run on a Bellinger walk and a Chisholm walk, but aren't able to get anything going. So through 6, still 2-1. Mark Leiter pitches a perfect 7th inning. We saw him come up big in the postseason, carrying that over here with a capper ground out and then 2 strikeouts of Turang and Churio, who struck out 5 times. Jackson Churio, reigning Rookie of the Year. And then in the 7th, Yankees are able to, expand the lead to 4-1. The Judge double off the bag, Tony.
Huge.
How about that carom? Like, it just, the angle and how that hit it. I mean, that was awesome to see from right field, too. It was an interesting viewpoint.
No, I mean, it's not often you see balls hit the base like that and then, like, kind of stay in play and stuff like that. So, that was a great hit, dude. Much needed for sure.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Absolutely. So, so that made it 3-1. And then Cody Bellinger, who already had a hit earlier, gets a sac fly, make it 4-1. It was interesting on that play. Again, the viewpoint. When I first saw it, I was like, he's getting hosed. The throw was terrible, though.
Horrible.
If it was to the catcher, he was out, but the throw was up the line. And Cabrera just was past him by the time the throw got there. Luke Weaver in his new spot in the 8th inning did work around a 2-out Hoskins walk to strike out Yelich and Frelick. So you love to see that. And then, bottom of the 8th, Trent Grisham was caught stealing to end the inning after singling. And then, the 9th inning, Devin Williams, a little bit of a high wire act. Not quite Chapman like there was one walk, but he did allow a single, a double, and then a Bowers walk to load the bases. So bases loaded, no out, but a Houdini act, you could say, Tony. The Bryce Turang sacrifice fly to center, and then the 5th strikeout of Churio, and then striking out Yelich to end the game to Joe Buck's disappointment. Yankees take the home opener here, 4-2. And like I said, I feel like, it was a solid game start to finish. Those 4 runs, the 7 hits. Rodon's line picking up his first win of the year was 5 1/3, 4 hits, 1 run, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. And obviously, I think if it was later in the season, he would have gone more. He threw 89 pitches, so they take him out. And I think the bullpen did a tremendous job. Tim Hill getting those ground balls was huge. That's why they brought him back. Nice to see Mark Leiter have that inning, and Luke Weaver in the 8th.
Yeah, Weaver looks great, dude. Like mid-season form,
dialed in. So to have a second closer like that is just such a luxury. And then I think a lot was made. The Devin Williams, the 36 pitches. Obviously, I mean, and to give up a run, you don't necessarily want to start, the season like that. But I think it's just one of those things. He'll be fine. And the important part was that he was able to navigate out, and that is something. From hearing from others who have watched him more closely, the last couple of years, that's something that he kind of does do, but is able to get out of. And that is the whole key, and that's what he did. I overall on this, I was really happy with everything. It was interesting too. 7 hits by 7 different players. The offense was spread out, and I think it was just a solid start. I mean, obviously, you can't put too much stock into one game, but it's just how you want to start. And there is just something about, winning on opening day, especially in front of the home crowd. It just feels like you're setting the tone, and to have it be close like that at the end, battle through. I just think that was big.
Yeah, it's huge, dude. If I know you said that, Devin Williams, again, you look at his track record, that does happen often when he does, close out games. But I mean, I have another, you said it, dude, to have Luke Weaver look like he's in midseason form, a second option at the closing role too. We've seen him, take on that role before. I mean, like, at what point, if Williams keeps doing this, maybe once every so often, maybe he does blow the game. I mean, how much leash are you giving him before you do put Weaver in the closing role?
I mean, it would have to be pretty
egregious.
Yeah, where he's blowing 3 out of 4 saves, which I'm just not expecting. I mean, look at the track record. I mean, his ERA was under 2. So I think I think overall, like I said, I'm happy with it, and I know he'll bounce back. Obviously, he'll get a couple of days off, even with the off day today. I think he probably won't be available tomorrow either, but might have a chance to pitch on Sunday. The fight clip. I mean, are you familiar with this?
What?
I don't know. Ernie said he sent the fight clip. Maybe there was a fight in the stands yesterday.
Sent the fight clip to you on Instagram. Yeah, maybe, dude.
Probably in the bleachers or something.
I must have been, dude. I mean, I didn't really see anything.
Oh no, this looks like. Wait, let me see this. Oh, but is this on Threads?
Oh, is that what it is, dude? I don't have Threads.
Continue in browser, or maybe.
Yeah, we don't do Threads, dude. Here, I don't have any Threads. I got some sick threads here, if you know what I mean.
Let's see. No, I guess this was in the standing room.
Crazy. Woohoo! Does it look pretty crazy?
Yeah.
Really? Let me try. Maybe I can go on Twitter and look at it. Let's see what we got.
Wow.
Oh, yeah?
Left hook.
Let's see. Yankees.
Bleacher fight yesterday, yeah.
Bleacher fight. Latest. Not really seeing much. Yeah, this isn't. Come on, there's really nothing on Twitter here.
Trying to think. I guess I could just send it to you on Instagram.
Yeah, I guess send it to me on Instagram, I guess.
Oh, of course, this is sending it to you by your phone, but I think it'll still work.
Actually, send it to Downtime. Don't send it to.
Let me see if I could do that.
Messages. Yeah, you definitely can do that, dude.
Oh, I sent it to your phone.
Send it to Downtime's account.
No, but it's not letting me.
What do you mean? You can't send it to Downtime? You can't message Downtime?
No, because it's in Threads. It's not in Instagram.
Oh, okay. So you like texted it to me. I see what you're saying.
I think you could still open it because I just did.
Let's see, dude. Because that's what I'll do. I'll just open it here. Oh boy, everyone bear with us here. We're gonna get this fight to you. Okay, it's a very important fight. Here we go. Looks pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay, this is it. I think I got it here. Thank you for bearing with us here. Oh. Are these Yankee fans fighting Yankee fans?
Mm-hmm.
He's the left hook.
What the fuck?
Right here.
What the fuck?
Oh man.
Oh my god, dude. Oh, he's got a Mets jersey.
I mean, that's him right there.
Hold on, I don't think he was really fighting. Oh, maybe he was.
It's a little like hard. Like there's like a couple people involved.
Like, where was he? In the outfits? Hold on, jeez. Let me pick it out. Oh, there's the Mets fans. Who's got to get photos? Oh, that dude at the end giving the finger? Yeah,
But yeah, so like I said, great day yesterday. And off today. And you'll have Nestor and Max Fried tomorrow. So looking forward to seeing Fried's debut.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about the whole I guess every team pretty much does, or a lot of them do anyway, about the whole off day today because of the potential rain out?
Sorry, Ernie just texted me. It's a picture of Marshawn Lynch, and it just says, "I'm just here for the grid."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh, dude, that's a good one. I'm sorry, dude. What were you saying, dude?
No, but no, just about how not having the game today because just for the rain out protection. I mean,
oh yeah.
Do you think you have to do it, or I mean, I guess you kind of do, right? Because how else would what I mean? Because people would buy tickets for today, but then if they're not opening the tickets. Like the people who spend the money for opening day, you're going to tell them, oh, you can go to any game, but they're kind of getting screwed.
Yeah.
They can't go to opening day.
No, yeah, you're totally right, dude. So yeah, I think that is good.
Yeah.
Buffer.
Other than just
Is it supposed to rain bad?
No, it's not supposed to rain. But I'm saying they do that in advance.
In advance, yeah.
And it's not like you could just be like, oh yeah, then if it goes through, weather looks good, then we can have the game. It's like you can't. It's a weird like that situation.
I guess it is like a good precaution. I guess, like you were saying,
it's a problem. I mean, you think about it, right? I mean,
yeah, no, it's a huge problem, dude.
Yeah,
like I would be tight, getting gypped.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that's you'll have the Fried start tomorrow. And then
that's awesome.
And it's going to be interesting too if Goldschmidt will bat leadoff potentially. They were talking about that because obviously Nestor being a lefty. So I'm sure Nestor will get a big hand tomorrow. We're kind of talking about that yesterday.
Max Fried should get a big hand tomorrow.
Yeah, he should get a big hand.
Let's fucking go. Dude.
And then Marcus Stroman, Aaron Savali on Sunday. That's a 1:35 game tomorrow at 1:05. Just great to have Yankee baseball back. Just immediately takes precedence, over everything else that's going on right now. So exciting.
Yes, it does.
Feels good to get the W. But yeah, that's really it for the Yanks. What do you got yesterday, Tony, on the 3-1 loss there in Houston for the Mets?
Yeah, definitely a tough loss here for the Mets yesterday. Clay Holmes gets your start here, and I mean he does get through the first inning, but gets into some trouble pretty early on, dude. And it's tough. I mean, it's actually really interesting. I mean, the big reason why Clay Holmes was able to get this opening day start is because of how well he was doing in spring training. Like 0.98 ERA. 9.
By the way, Matt Bruh is in the building, and he says, "Oh, howdy there."
Matt Bruh?
Yeah, that's in the TCA chat. And
then Michael, howdy there.
There's no fighting. Come on.
Hey, Bart, number one buddy, can you officiate me getting into a fight?
Come on, Michael. What are you doing,
right,
bud?
Dude?
Come on.
There's no fighting here, all right,
nope.
dude? Unless there's a brushback pitch or something, then things may get kind of ugly, dude.
Also, I mean, Matt is a Yankee fan, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to hear Donna's take on this too, because I asked
the brushback again. Oh,
and then we can go back to the Mets thing. But I was just saying, first at bat, Soto Yankee Stadium. I think it's in May. Yankees Mets. I said that I feel like just to set the tone, kind of just put a little coming in a hot touch on the whole Soto Yankee situation, that we should go up and in first pitch. Don't hit him, but brush him back off the plate.
The brush back.
Kind of just not make sure he's not too comfortable up there.
The brush back.
At the inside of the plate. Tony's so against it, thinks benches will clear.
I do think
so. But just curious what you and Donna think about that.
Stands may clear.
Continue on.
So Clay Holmes, like I was saying, the 0.98 ERA, gets the nod here for opening day. But I mean, I don't know. We talking about it. I feel like Holmes, like the big reason why he was pitching well too in spring training is because he had that new changeup, that new pitch he was kind of using. And he didn't really use that at all yesterday. I don't know why. If he just felt like maybe in the warm-ups he didn't really have it, or his last outing when he gave a couple of runs, he maybe thought he wanted to work on it a little bit more. But I mean, he was, first inning. You'll get the box score here. I mean, the first inning was clean. Did manage to work in a walk, but struck out Altuve. Paredes lines out, walks Alvarez, and then Walker lines out. And, again, he's still using the sweeper, the sinker, to induce ground balls or lineouts and stuff like that. So, I mean, the sweeper was looking really good. That's for sure.
The movement is crazy.
Movement, like on the back end of it too. I mean, all of a sudden, just kind of snaps, which I'm pretty sure is what Altuve struck out on. But I mean, he does get into trouble here. And in terms of obviously pitching for the Astros here or hitting for the Mets, I mean, Framber Valdez,
first time,
phenomenal.
I think that's the first time that
it actually rang,
no,
dude.
just kidding. No,
take a screenshot. Oh my god.
All right, we're good now. Continue. Always during the Mets segment, right?
Yeah, it's like you put the sound on for the Mets segment. Like I've never heard your phone actually ring. Never heard your phone actually ring before. Obviously Valdez, a top pitcher in the league. Obviously killing it for the Stros last year. And he also, led the league in double plays behind him actually last season.
There we go.
Does know how to get outs in many different ways, not just striking out batters, and in big spots, which we'll see here today. So you'd imagine, the first two innings for him, pretty copacetic. Bottom of the second here, you have Diaz who lines out, but then Holmes works himself into a jam here, hits Pena, gives up a single to Cam Smith, first at bat, the hit, everyone was riled for him, awesome. Walks Rogers, dude, which is kind of tough. Myers grounds out to fielder's choice. Double play, I guess opportunity you could say, but it was a soft hit ball. They couldn't get it to first in time. Maybe that was because of Angel's issue, to be honest, and he had some struggles at second base, to be honest, which I think was a big reason why the Mets lost, honestly, is because of some of the injuries they sustained in the lineup really showed because of the mistakes of the players they had to start,
Right.
And we'll get more to that, like I said, anyway. Holmes does get out of it, but again, that ground out does give up a run there, so it's 1-0 early on. Stros, top of the third, Valdez continues to work, striking out Lindor. Soto works the walk. Alonso grounds out. Vientos grounds out. So again, I think Vientos kind of had a slow game. It seems like he's having a little bit of a slow start to the year, which is obviously tough because you're banking on him. But again, we have some time here. Bottom of the third, here we go again with Holmes. Leadoff walk, Brian. So again, I don't know if he just felt like he didn't have that changeup in him, didn't use it, and because of that, he struggled with his other pitches as well. Eventually, maybe lost some confidence. I mean, listen, the Astros do have a good lineup, but after that walk, Alvarez strikes out looking, but then Walker singles. And then Diaz singles as well, which scores Perez is 2-0. And then here we go. Pena grounds out, fielder's choice to shortstop here. What should have been an inning double play. Acuna absolutely sails to throw. Alonso, no shot, hits the backstop with a dugout rather. And then they score again. So just like that, it's 3-0.
Now, I'm just thinking about this on the fly. With the McNeil injury, who else do they have that could play second?
Brett Beatty. He was getting a lot of starts in spring training at second, dude.
Okay.
And people were talking about him, being the opening day starter as well. I guess they decided to go with Acuna.
Okay.
Rightfully so, obviously. Touted prospect, the name. We've seen, we want to get him some good looks. I mean, he does have, playoff experience with the Mets right now.
Right.
But I mean, with that McNeil injury, I mean, not for nothing, say what you will about McNeil, but him and Lindor, they're a good middle infield. They can turn double plays quick as well. We've seen that many times. So, I mean, the couple mistakes here by Acuna, I mean, this one specifically costed them a run. Maybe if McNeil was in there in the previous inning, you do also get that double play that doesn't give up a run, So it's almost like 2 runs right now because of Acuna. So in any case, I mean, Holmes is able to get Smith to ground out after that. That ends the inning. So, obviously, again, you're talking about a multitude of things at this point that are causing the Mets to be giving up runs. Yes, maybe some problems with Clay Holmes, but I mean, not for nothing, especially even last year, we've seen the Mets have better defense behind their pitchers. And that was a big reason why you saw success of Minaya and Quintana and Severino, is because when they would maybe have a couple of mistakes, they have the better defense to kind of back them up. And unfortunately, I think the defense failed Clay Holmes here a little bit. So I don't put him at entirely, I'm not like out the door on Clay Holmes already. I mean, yes, he needs to figure out his control, find that changeup again. But still, some of these mistakes aren't necessarily his. Moving on to the bottom of the fourth here, because of course for the top of the fourth it was Valdez 3 up 3 down, dude. The lack of hitting, definitely you're seeing batters definitely chase some pitches here. That was definitely a theme of the day.
Yeah,
and why we're striking out, which is tough, dude.
Usually, I mean, when you score 1, I mean that's usually a big reason why. Plate discipline.
Exactly. Yeah. Which, and of course now by the fourth you're down 3-0.
You're pressing.
You're trying. Exactly. It was clear that the lineup here, the batters for the Mets were clearly trying to make something happen, dude. But I guess at this point now we can fast forward to the 8th, I believe, right? Is when here we go. So it's still 3-0 here. The 8th, when we get Abreu in for the Stros. This is where, I guess they have something to work for in terms of Winker grounds out to start the inning. Lindor strikes out, but Soto with the good eye works the 2-out walk. Then you have back-to-back walks given up. Alonso walks, and then Vientos walks as well. So 3 walks back-to-back-to-back. Bases are loaded. 2 outs, dude. Nimmo lines out the center, which is pretty tough, dude. Yeah, I know. Bases loaded, but obviously, look, Nimmo, I mean, if there wasn't 2 outs, that would have been a sac fly RBI, And,
yeah. I just, we were kind of talking about this the other day, though. I just feel like with Nimmo, kind of a big year for him because I feel like he signed that big contract. And I don't know. I think like the way they were trying to group him with those other players, I didn't agree with. Like, I feel like he's yet to have that like big year. Like, wow, like, he's a threat.
No,
like,
I
agree.
Average. He is average right now, and I think that he has the potential to be above average.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, certainly, one of the bigger things that I'll probably say this a lot is his defense in the outfield has improved tremendously. And he makes good plays as a defender, which is great. Doesn't have the best arm from the outfield, but normally makes up for that for his, higher batting average, some nice contact.
I didn't realize
speed.
Last year, 224.
He started out very, very slow.
Yeah.
It was the problem, dude. He had a terrible
261
start.
hitter, and probably was way higher than that. I mean, look at the previous couple of years: 274, 274, 292, 280.
Right. I mean, his average was stellar. Dude.
Yeah.
So last year was a huge down year. You kind of expect more from him. Obviously, again, not the start. You kind of want Nimmo. He's the type of guy who can, make a big play in a big moment, and that was definitely a big moment for him. It was tough, dude, because it was like I don't think it could have been like it could have dropped. It could have, but it just didn't. I think the wind kind of took it a little bit, and the center field was able to catch it. So kind of tough there. And unfortunately, dude, you had what looked like for the first time, and I think I think they said like 18 years maybe, or 20 years for the Mets to be shut out on opening day. But you do now. We will fast forward to the top of the ninth here. Josh Hader, one of the top closers in baseball, comes in here, closes this game out. And Hader here, gives up a single, leadoff single, back-to-back singles, Marte and Taylor, walks Acuna. So you do have some, you do have him in some trouble here. Sanger, very interesting, dude. Sanger, I think in the 8th, was it the 8th or the 7th maybe? Pinched hit for Terrens. Maybe he was in any case, dude. Oh, no. I'm mistaken here. That was the 7th with Terrens, dude. I don't know what happened, but again, I mean, to talk about more about the injuries, Winker pitch it, came in as a defenseman catcher. Yeah. But in the 7th, dude, Terrens, I think, was on second. And I think Abreu wild pitch. And it does I guess took a lucky hop for Diaz, because he kind of hit the backstop, and like Diaz was able to turn around, just grab it and throw to third, throws Terrens out. But it was just again, you have to think not for nothing, if Alvarez was our starter and he was running instead of Terrens, I mean, he probably would have been safe at third. So again, the injuries, I think, really catching up to the Mets at this point, dude. And then again, I mean, I don't know about, I understand maybe you had to, because you took Terrens out for the pinch hit, you had to put Sanger in, but not for nothing, dude. That's how fucking mad I am.
That wasn't even on purpose.
No, I hit this.
I thought you were trying to say I was getting a kick out of this situation.
No, dude, I'm not worried about you right now, dude. I'm talking about the Mets. All right. Sanger comes up. This is fucking Sanger's first MLB at bat. Is in a huge moment with the bases loaded.
Beatty, where are you? Lefty. That's probably why.
That's why. But still, I don't know if I was Mendoza,
I
still would have rather had it, dude. I mean, not for nothing, Beatty had a great spring training, and he didn't play at all this game.
Yeah.
So I think that's kind of a mistake of Mendoza, honestly, to be honest. A little bit of a snafu, if you will.
Yeah.
Because again, I mean, I understand, Sanger has a great story, dude. I think he's 27, 28, career minor leaguer. Fucking works at Whole Foods in the off season, dude.
JP is scar.
Exactly, dude. So I get maybe you're bringing this guy in. He has an opportunity to make a big play in a big moment. That would be
almost Nestor Cortez though.
It is, dude. And obviously he strikes out swinging, dude. And
I mean, what do you expect he was going to do against Josh Hader?
That's what I mean, dude. One of the better closers in the league, dude. It's his first MLB at bat. The nerves, the craziness. I mean, you look at the at bat. I mean, it was a 4-pitch at bat. There were 2 fouls, and then he strikes out swinging on a sinker. It was 4 sinkers. It was just Josh Hader. I would say Josh B. Josh Hader, picked one of his better pitchers and just hammered it, dude.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that was that, dude. And, of course, Lindor gets a little sac fly RBI here, scores Marte, kind of looks like a nice 3-1 here. Soto's up. There's 2 outs. There's 2 on. Obviously a homer here would put them in the lead.
Was there the sac fly here? Was there some lift to it? Was it almost or was it just
no. It was a sac fly.
Yeah.
It wasn't maybe
no,
it wasn't ever maybe. And obviously we all know what happened here.
How many pitches with this at bat? Or this is
6.
Okay.
Yeah, this is 6.
Oh, was it 3-0?
It was a 3-0. Well, I mean, it was 3-2 technically.
No,
but it was 3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, again, I mean, Soto as he typically does, has the better eye, I think, as a batter in baseball here. Works his count to 3-0 here.
Missed the fastball. I mean, that was the whole at bat.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like that sinker foul, that was tough.
Was he just like, late on it or no?
Yeah, I guess he was a little underneath it. I think. I think he expected it to sink more.
Okay,
and it didn't.
Yeah.
Which is tough, obviously. And then the slider. I mean, it was one of those. It had the late break, and Soto swung, and it was like even as he swung, like it's like one of those where
But do you think he was kind of in all out swing mode there or no?
No, it wasn't. If you look at his swing, I mean, it was like he pulls back immediately. Like the second he starts to swing, he knows it's going to break,
and he just couldn't.
Yeah, he goes like one of these.
Okay.
And that's the end of the game right there. And yeah, obviously, you got Juan Soto here on the opening day. I mean, this is the guy you're paying for him to be in moments like this. And he definitely does fall short. But I mean, hey man, I mean, obviously doesn't end the way you want, but it's the first game of the season, of a long season. You had several things go wrong here for the Mets, for them to be in this position, and yes, I will say again, this is what you're paying Juan Soto for, to be in this position and to come up big. He doesn't, but like I said, I mean, Stros are a great team. I think they are I predicted them to win the division. I think they kind of are a lock here. They do have a lot of talent, a lot of young guys as well. So, I mean, that's great. And again, like a top closer here in baseball, say what you will about Josh Hader. I mean, he is a great closer. And obviously, tough loss yesterday, I should say. But hey, we're hopefully, men that are injured can come back to the lineup soon, dude. And yeah, I mean, maybe some of these guys can kind of wake up a little bit. Vientos did not have a great day. He was definitely lacking thereof. So was Marte, Nimmo. Everyone kind of was around the lineup. I mean, it's not really ideal here. You only score 1. 6-team hits is okay, but I mean, 0 for 6 runners in scoring position, and we again, I know it's tough because you get those runners in scoring position with 2 outs. It seemed like a lot this game,
or no outs,
yes, well, true,
yeah. I guess no hits though, because bases loaded, nobody out.
Yes, yeah. So it's tough, dude. I mean, you expect to come up big, more, definitely again, more situational hitting is what you need at this point, which is, always a problem sometimes. But listen, you live to die another day, I suppose. You got a game today.
Live to die another day?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've heard that one.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like
I feel like I thought it was just you live another day. Live to die?
Yeah, it's like you live to die another day, meaning like
this isn't going to be the death.
This isn't going to be the death. You're going to live, but you're going to have to die, I guess, another day.
Now, this is kind of like a question you would ask me. But
what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You'll understand what I'm saying.
I don't know, man.
With Soto, I mean, obviously, yesterday, I mean, not coming up big there. Just hypothetically, like I, of course, just being realistic, expecting him, by the time this, or April is over to be, have some pretty good numbers start the season. But just hypothetically, whether it was a little underwhelming number-wise or just more situations like this where he doesn't get, like, the game-winning hit, how long, like, of a leash do you think it is before, like, the fans start groaning a little bit?
I mean, I would say within the first half of the year, if he doesn't come up big like this, I would say maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
In the first half of the year, people are gonna be like, all right, like what?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like what Alonso did last year,
Right.
Those big moments in the first half of the year, there's just nowhere to be found,
Yeah.
And not for nothing, obviously you're paying Soto way more. You expect way more from him. And I'm sure he expects more from himself as well. I mean, he's not happy about this, no doubt.
Yeah.
But I don't think that this will happen often. I really don't. It's just, again, I mean, perfect storm of a scenario, obviously, for him to come up big. But Josh Hader's tough. So it's a tough guy to get to.
Well, and it's not that it's easy at all, but I'm saying it's a lot easier to hit home runs and get big hits earlier in the game versus against closers.
Exactly.
And then one other thing here before we get to a slew of comments.
Oh boy.
Holmes, any concern there that I don't know if this whole starter thing is going to work out?
I mean, I listen, he's got a short leash, obviously. I understand the good spring training, but I mean, first time in 7 years, right?
Yeah.
He's a starter somewhere around there. So, I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, I do have some concern. I mean, his big pitch coming out of spring training wasn't used. I mean, that to me, that is a little concerning. That shows that he didn't have maybe control necessarily. And But again, I mean, like I was saying too, I mean, I think he did have some, defensive errors behind him, failed him, kept innings going when they shouldn't, and they didn't have to be. So I think he can improve. I don't know. I'll give him maybe two more starts, honestly, though.
Like, what if it was this start, like another 2 times in a row?
That's what I mean. I mean, that's not good, dude. I mean, like,
then you're thinking maybe bullpen, you're saying.
Right? Probably. I mean, 4 2/3, 2 earned runs, 5 hits.
The 4 walks.
4 walks are killer, dude. Yeah, you can't walk 4 people, dude. Again, lack of control.
Yeah.
Like, get back to whatever you're doing, your changeup, figure it out. And again, I mean, not for nothing, if I'm Mendoza, why would I start Clay Holmes if I see this?
Right.
Because they must have talked about it. Like, Jeremy Hefner must have been talking about it. They must have been trying to work on something. And hey, I don't have my changeup right now. So then you're not starting. Like,
yeah.
Go to McGill and then push him back.
So, yeah. I mean, because McGill is in the bullpen?
No, because McGill was starting today. I was going to say.
I got you. Yeah. To switch the rotation around.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and like I said, we do have a bunch of comments.
Let's get to them. I guess, I don't know if I really want to. Hold on. Matthew Ryan, brushback. Yeah, baby, hit Soto in the ass.
I mean, that's actually.
I think says Clay Holmes
Ryan,
sucks,
kind
dude.
of funny a little bit.
No, it's not, dude. Ernie says up and in on one ball count. So when he does the shuffle, he shits himself.
That's
LMAO, dude. Great starting performance from Holmes yesterday. LMAO, says Ernie. It really is like so hilarious with these Yankee fans. Even yesterday at the game, dude. I mean, I get it. You guys are tight.
Yesterday at the game. What are you talking about, Soto?
Yeah, all the Soto and Clay Holmes talk. Literally, like everywhere I go, I hear people talking about it.
I don't know. It's weird. I didn't hear
dude.
that. Maybe because you were slurring.
You were slurring, dude. The dude on the train with the girlfriend, sell out, even though he had Soto jersey with the name on the back, dude. Fake fan. Remember that?
The only thing I would say, and I do have a vivid memory of that.
Vivid.
It's just the fact that you have to understand on the other side of things here. I mean, there is this does come with reason, Tony. Clay Holmes fucked us the last couple of years, especially last year. What do you have, 9 blown saves or 10 or 11, something like that? So you got that. And then, like I said, I mean, the Soto disrespect, not valuing the organization, changing his phone number. Just not making it seem like we provided him nothing but a stellar place to play baseball last year and that it wasn't appreciated. So, of course, you're going to have a sour taste in your mouth. That has to be understood.
No, I get that. I mean, I would be tight, too, if a major free agent left my team to go, and not for nothing, like, I get it, dude. But it's just like, it just is really annoying when that's all I'm talking about. Dude, Soto's going to suck this year when, like, in reality, really, he will not suck.
No, he will not suck.
But they just want him to suck now. And they're just talking about it constantly. And I love, this is what I heard probably 3 times yesterday. Dude, I realized, dude, like, he's not even a good defender, man. Like, it's so crazy. Like, he's not good in the outfield.
But that's the thing.
But it's like, no. First of all, a guy like that, you're paying him for his bat. Calm the fuck down. And then, last year, not one Yankee person was really talking about that.
Well, except when he misplayed.
He misplayed a couple balls in the World Series, he had some whatever, dude. But like, if he was on your team now, you still wouldn't be saying that.
No, I mean, you'd be tight when he does it.
Of course, you would be, but you wouldn't be saying that. Like, if you and then, dude, of course, you hear people calling to Rick and Dave too. If I was a Met fan, I would rather have that money somewhere else in the lineup. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, like, honestly, shut the fuck up.
I think though, just keep it in perspective. I never thought he was a good fielder. And they will be frustrating when that happens. Obviously, we know.
I understand that, but I think also like Yankee fans should keep it in perspective, where it's like, when this guy was on your team, you were all for him
for the bat, yes,
for everything.
Nobody was singing praises.
But nobody was singing the blues. Nobody was singing the blues though.
Opening day last year.
Nobody was singing the blues though.
8th inning in Houston.
That was sick.
In Houston.
Yeah, awesome. But nobody was like, dude, I don't want this guy because of his bad defense.
Well,
I don't want to pay this guy because of his bad defense. Nobody said that, dude.
I'm not
talking about you though. I'm talking about just the Yankee fans in general. Yesterday, specifically at the game, what I heard in the bathroom, every fucking asshole. First of all, I walk in the bathroom. Is that Austin Wells? Oh my God, dude. Is this guy Austin Wells, dude? Shut the fuck up.
No, but I think also there's a couple of things that need to be put in perspective here. First of all, when you make a move like that, and then also, there's going to be a target on your back. That's just how it is. I mean, you sign for the biggest contract ever. You disrespect the fan base. Like, you have to realize that's going to happen, and you're going to have to hear it. Like, eyeballs are on you. Yeah. Expectations are high. So you have to, at the end of the day, have an iron chest.
Yes. It's just funny when the shoe is on the other foot.
But the thing is, though,
the tables have turned.
I think the people, like the bat stuff, anybody saying that, those are the people slurring the words, okay? We can all acknowledge, he's a really good hitter. We realize that. But like I said, I mean, my season expectations, I think the home runs will go down a little bit. The average will go down a little bit. But it's still going to be an all-star season.
Yes.
I just think that the Yankees ballpark suits his swing better. But I mean, obviously he's a great hitter. I mean, he can hit good everywhere. But, it'll be interesting to see, if there's, we saw it in spring training. If there's some, snafus in right field there at Citi Field. So,
yeah, no. And Josh B continue the comments here. Says heavy ready lineup for the Stros. Change up not effective. I mean, I get that, but at least he really didn't even throw it, And then, I mean, not for nothing. I understand righties versus lefties, but I mean, if the pitch works, the pitch works. You set them up properly with, an off-speed pitch or fastball, whatever. Like, it could try to work. So again, but then also like Mendoza, then like don't start him against a heavy righty lineup if his pitch that he's been premiering in the spring training that's been working so well isn't going to work against this lineup. So I still think bad job by Mendoza. Donnelly, I think the Yankees should be cautious with him, but not afraid of him. I think she's referring to Soto.
And I think, and you have to understand this, and of course, I mean, every team doesn't want like Soto to do damage against them, but I just think that is something that is what we would all love to see, is just in terms of like not letting it be like, oh, he has a 3 home run game or something. That's like, you want to like kind of punch back there, even if it's not going to be a brush back, but just to, retire him when he is at the plate.
Yeah, no, of course, dude. And then let's see what else we got. Hold on. Ernie talking shit about Kev MIA, but not for nothing. Kev been MIA, I feel, right? I mean,
but especially
after
dude. Yesterday, yes.
Michael Buck says Barnes, I love you, buddy. And then Matthew writes that Ernie, Clay Holmes sucking plus Soho sucking plus Mets losing. It was a great day, dude. And then Ernie says they will still win 90, but this opener was sweet for Yankee fans. LMAO. I still think 90. They're not bad. Matthew Ryan, 82 games. Matthew Ryan, not just bad, but terrible, he says. And he says Mets are a bad team. They got hot at the right time. I think he's referring to last year. And then we'll finish up his comments because he gets crazy here. Mets are overrated. I've been saying that to my friends who signed Juan Soto. Matthew Ryan, by the way, who still owes me a steak dinner when he bet me that they wouldn't make the playoffs. And you really should be putting time out, honestly. But then we also have Mikey DeFirst says, good morning. Let's go Mets, dude. And based on Michael Buck saying, there he is, Barnes, MJ. Tony, MJ for you. That is his buddy, MJ.
Welcome aboard.
He is a Mets fan. How's it going? It's going well. He says, Mets not scoring the first innings at the tone against Valdez. Unfortunately, after that inning, he shut us down. Absolutely. I mean, you give someone like, Framber Valdez some momentum on the mound. Not good, dude. And then to finish up MJ's comments here, says that Matthew Ryan, bad pitching, won't deny that, but lots of talent in the lineup, although it was underwhelming to kick off the season, no doubt about that. The strikeout by the kid Sanger in his first at-bat definitely killed the momentum in the ninth. Absolutely had the bases loaded, no outs. I mean, that's an absolute, it is a killer. And then all of a sudden, Lindor, the sac fly, 2 outs now. He has to get the RBI, but it would have been better, if obviously, if Sanger even worked a walk or something, dude. And then I guess we're all kind of actually, no, we have Matt here. I'm glad Rodon didn't have the classic meltdown yesterday. It will happen eventually, though. I think he was also taken out at the right time.
Yes.
I mean, what did was his last at bat? Did he work a walk? I think it was like a 7-pitch at bat too.
I think it was
something like that. Yeah. So he gets the 5 1/3, right?
7 strikeouts.
7 strikeouts. Again, good performance. I just think good realization by Boone not to keep him in there. Especially someone like Rodon who has that, I guess, like tenacity to him. I'm sure, he's the type of pitcher that'd be like, oh, I want to stay in.
It was a Rhys Hoskins walk, second walk of the inning, in between a Contreras ground out.
So not great there. And obviously, Tim Hill getting the job done, it worked out. But I'm sure Rodon, again, maybe he will have those meltdowns, but I think for an opening day start, he kept his nerves a little bit under control, which is great. I think that's a little bit of a problem for him sometimes. When he gets so jacked up, he just kind of loses control a little bit. But yeah, I thought it was a great start from him.
And I think it's just one of those things where I get it. 2023, disaster, the 14 starts, the 685. But I think people forget, and I think part of it is, too, because of the postseason. I mean, last year, 4 postseason starts, a 5.6 ERA. The regular season, I mentioned this before. I mean, he was really good. 16-9, 3.96 ERA, and he struck out 195 batters in 175 innings. Pretty good. I know it's just we gave him a big contract, so he won a little more. But I was saying this to Mark yesterday, and I'll say it all season. If he could just mirror what he did in the regular season last year, and then take his game to the next level in the postseason, I will sign up for that every day of the week. And twice on Sunday.
Of course, dude. Of course. And we're all caught up in the comments, by the way. So, Mets game today, 8-10. I said McGill on the mound, Hunter Brown.
Expectations?
Better defense behind McGill for sure. Like Acuna has got to, figure it out. That throw that he made was just bad.
Yeah.
And you can tell by the way, he was kind of coming straight across the bag, so he was obviously avoiding the runner, but he just fucked. Like you see him throw, and it's just like this, like, and the ball he just fucking pulls it way left, like not even close to Alonso, like nowhere even close, and it wasn't even like you could. I understand that the Astros have a lot of fast runners. I forget who was hitting the ball. It may have been Pena. But I mean, he had a second. He had time,
and he just rushed it.
And he was rushing it, dude. So, I mean, the miscues on defense, the miscues around the bags as well can't be happening. Terenzi get thrown out at third, with Soto at the plate too. I mean, you can't do that, dude. But I'm expecting, that to be cleaned up. I'm expecting, McGill to have a little bit of a better outing than Clay Holmes did. I mean, maybe you give up 3 runs, fine. Let's limit 1 walk. That'd be great.
4 walks is crazy.
4 walks is crazy. You're giving them opportunities. You can't be giving them opportunities to score here, especially as you wait for your bats to heat up. Because pretty ice cold yesterday. I know you had the 6 hits, whatever, not good enough.
And then Matt says, I'm a little excited to see how Stroman does on Sunday. Really hope he improved during the offseason. Great point. And that's another guy, except this time we're going to say first half. If he could do what he did in the first half last year, we'll all take that because he was really good at just second half of the taper. But, we weren't thinking he was on the team. The injury is force your hand. He is. So we just want him to be a guy that can pitch between 5 and 6 innings and hopefully limit the damage to 3 runs or less. And hopefully on most days make it 2. He does have he pitches to contact. So the defense has improved this year. So you hope that works out. But I like I said already, feeling very good about the way the season started yesterday. Austin Wells, especially, because I've been hot on him all spring training. He was an animal, and to do it in his first at bat, I think that's great. And it's like, his swing, the short porch, I really would not be surprised if he's starting for the American League in the All-Star game this year. So love to see that, and we'll be excited to see how the guys, Dominguez, what he does over the weekend, Goldschmidt. Some good games, over the weekend for sure. How Max Fried does in his debut as well.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. Fantasy. How's your fantasy team?
Fantasy, pretty good day yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm tied 4-4. Up 5-5, actually.
5-5.
5-5, dude.
But you know what I was gonna say? I'm gonna actually check my matchup. I think I'm winning as well. Is if you want to pull up the grid.
Oh my gosh, yes. Let's do the grid here.
5-4.
5-4?
Yeah.
There we go. Immaculate grids. All right, got a little Mets action here.
What do you know?
Dude?
And we just had this one the other day, but for the Mets and the Guardians, you could do Jimenez.
It's G, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or just do Andres.
Jimenez. There we go.
There you go.
3%.
Only one team you could go Nationals. James Wood.
That's a good one. James Wood. 11%.
11%. Okay. Cardinals, Alec Burleson. And
nice,
then DeQuincy Noel. I hope that's right. I'm just thinking about this. He's a rookie. I mean, how could he? Just trying to think if there's anybody else just in case. Or Tanner Bybee.
That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know about this Noel. Oh, spelling errors. Tanner Bybee.
4%. Okay.
4%. Not bad. Not bad.
Some music, dude.
Come on, dude. Just a little bit of light music, dude. Here we go. There we go, dude. This is what Riley was missing yesterday.
I would expect a little help out of you here.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Or no. I thought Robertson was in the Nationals, but he wasn't. No.
David Robertson?
No.
No.
I know there's got to be a slew of Mets and Nationals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Besides,
I'm trying to
think. Starting pitcher
Trevor Williams.
Yep, we've used that one before.
Yeah, we have. Took me a little while. I feel a little out of it today.
There we go. 0.8.
St. Louis, dude. Curtis Granderson never played for St. Louis.
Trying to think.
Steven Matz.
Oh, Harrison Bader.
That's a good one, dude. 10%.
Okay. Blue Jays, Guardians, Blue Jays, Nationals. And also it could be Blue Jays Expos.
Blue Jays Expos. Vlad.
No, but Vlad wasn't on because he's getting with his dad. I think Scott Rowland was on the Blue Jays, right?
I don't know for sure.
No, I don't think you're on the right box.
Sure. Yeah. He was.
Wow, 14%, a little high.
A little high and tight, dude. The brush back.
By the way, Matt Bruh says Peter Schrager is leaving Fox to join ESPN. Good duder to get. And then Josh B doesn't want Matthew Ryan to be a fan.
Wow, dude.
And Josh B and Matt Bruh and anybody else out there, if they want to offer any suggestions here. 2 more to go.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Jays and Guardians. Josh Donaldson, was he on the Guardians?
I don't think so.
No?
When was he on the Guardians?
I don't know. I thought towards the end, but I could be mistaken.
The Twins.
Blue Jays.
If you think so, we can go for it.
No, I want to be.
Sure?
I want to be sure here. Let's see. Not Doolittle. Tyler Clippard was on the Blue Jays, right?
Tyler Clippard
definitely was on the Nationals. Blue Jays Nationals. I think.
I don't know about Blue Jays.
Ernie's saying Vizquel for Guardians and who?
Guardians in Toronto, right?
Yeah, Vizquel. And Ernie, could you tell me, Tyler Clippard, was he on the Omar?
How do you spell?
V-I-Z.
V-I. Omar Vizquel.
Yeah.
2%. Wow, look at that photo. And Toronto, Washington, dude.
I swear Clippard was on the. I just want to be sure. Okay, so Washington, also the Expos.
I mean, Scherzer is on Toronto now, right?
He didn't pitch yet. They're always a rat like that. He says yes, Clippard. Do it, Clippard.
5%.
51.
Not bad.
Not
bad, dude.
I think that's a perfect way to go into the weekend.
Yeah, I would say so, dude.
So if we could go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes. McDavid shoots, top shelf, he scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle quick. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping, rink Wellington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me?
Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
Hey, Tony. Rangers, 2 games this weekend. Ducks and the Sharks. I mean, 1 point out of a playoff game, playoff seat or spot.
Wild card,
You know, the game in hand. I mean, it seems like we've been over this and over this and over this. The only thing that plays to our advantage is the opponents. I mean, not to say that I can't see the Ducks specifically beating us. The Sharks maybe are so bad they probably wouldn't. But I mean, any juice here for you? Any optimism? Or is it like, you know, let's just tear this thing down to the studs?
I mean, I guess that's how you feel, Brian. Jeez.
Right? Or no?
No, I'm still hopeful, dude. I mean, we're 1 point out of a wild card spot. No, I know, dude. I know. It's fucking tough. But hey, like I said, Kings lost in the schedule. We had that L These are literally
Wins.
like these are back-to-back wins that you need. There's no more fucking around. These teams are beneath you. You gotta figure out a way to win games. You gotta win these 2 games. And like you said, the Ducks could be a stinky team and could, cause some problems for you. So you want to be a little careful. Even the Sharks too. I mean, Celebrini, he's had big games where he's taken control of those. So, you really don't want to be messing around here too much. But you just, again, I mean, like last game, you want to lean on Igor, to be the goaltender that he is right now because he's absolutely killing it. The only reason why you were in the game, against the Kings. Oh man, dude. I mean, it's fucking tough.
I wasn't sure if it was with the Rangers or a little agita on your
a little agita, a little hungover right now,
the Rangers.
Dude.
And so it's like kind of like one of those where it creeps. Like you didn't feel it this morning because I'm saying this happens to me all the time.
This morning I felt great when I woke up. Not that I don't feel bad now,
but there is just that thing as the day progresses. Like you just get a hint of it. Eat anything?
No, that's the problem. I didn't have eaten anything today, so I mean that's definitely gonna have probably a nice greasy thick lunch or something, dude. Maybe Gaetano's before I hit the road because we got a big weekend for me.
There you go.
Bachelor party, dude. So gotta be fucking dialed in this weekend for sure. But just like the Rangers, it's basically I got a Rangers weekend ahead of me as well, dude. I can't be, shellacking here. Like I said, the Rangers, you lean on Igor. Some more offensive opportunities would be great, dude. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, obviously your bottom 6 players are hurting you a little bit too. But I mean, it's just, maybe have Chris Kreider do something else besides go to the front of the net, to be honest, dude.
You haven't seen that much.
You haven't seen much success from him, and not for nothing, dude. I mean, I just don't know that the Rangers could.
Good morning.
Good morning, Renee Denham. I don't know if it's just not working, dude. Especially, I don't know, man. I mean, he's on power play 1 unit 2. Maybe take him off of that. Maybe put somebody else on that. Maybe put like Brett Berard on it. Maybe get him some power play experience here. He's speedy. He'll work well with Mika and JT and Panarin. Like I don't know. If I'm Lavi, I think I'm mixing up the lines a little bit more. I'm trying to see. Let's look up. Let's go to Daily Faceoff. We'll see some line combos. Yeah. Berard, no, yes, whatever, dude. He's not hurt or anything, is he? I mean, I obviously, but the second line, dude. Yeah. I don't know. The guy they claimed off waivers, Nicholas. I can't even say his name. Albie Kubel. He obviously was playing last game. I don't know, man. I don't know what you're looking for in him, dude. Parson, I feel like your fourth line isn't really great. Matt Rempe had that stupid penalty, dude. That bad fight. He's got to tighten things up a little bit, and I think he can. I've talked about his level of play this year. He's becoming a better skater, which is great. He's had some good opportunities for the Rangers here, but it's obviously left a lot left to be desired, dude. Oh God, dude. I mean, I don't know if you want to bring up somebody else, but I would throw Berard in this lineup, dude. Even the fourth line, whatever. Offman's good too. I like Brennan Offman.
Yeah.
To be honest, him on the first line there, I think gives him good opportunity. Defensively, Condre Miller's got to tighten it up for sure, dude. And I don't know, dude. They just it's. There's not much more to say than just to play better, dude. You watch the game against the Kings, and it's like Kings will have a nice, sustainable, like kind of offensive push, good passes.
Mm-hmm.
Igor, big save. Rangers kind of clear it, get to the neutral zone, and then it's just bad pass. It's they're causing their own turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
So they gotta stop doing that, dude. The crisper passes, get into the offensive zone.
Some shots, dude. How about some
shots on goal would be great, dude. You gotta get to the fucking zone first and then rip some shots. There's few guys who I see with time that are looking to shoot. Panarin, I guess, is one of them. Honestly, Carson Soucy is one too. I kind of like him. He doesn't have. He's a shoot first guy, especially as a defenseman. That's what you want because again, you challenge the goaltender. They make a pad save. Puck goes into the board somewhere. You have JT Miller who's foot checking. He forces a turnover. You rip it around the board. All of a sudden, Soucy's got it back at the blue line. Slapper, score, win. Let's go, dude.
Yeah,
fucking do that.
Clock's ticking down here on Sam Rosen. I mean, can we get a little shoot scores?
I feel so bad for him.
I know.
Dude. I mean, he's getting honored every arena he goes
and
to.
They play like shit.
They play like
besides
shit,
that one
dude.
game the other day, I forgot who it was against, but
doesn't even fucking matter. Was it Columbus?
Yeah,
they shut out or
probably.
something, Like you gotta fucking demolish the Ducks and the Sharks, dude.
Yeah, no, you're right about that. So let's do, and we'll include the game against the Sharks tomorrow. A Friday edition of the Frozen Frenzy.
Absolutely, dude. And this frenzy, of course, brought to you by the Hirsch Law Firm, baby. So let's get going here on this Friday. I didn't even look at the slate, to be honest. I'm on baseball games, it looks like, dude. 6 games here, Friday night, dude.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then, so 7-game frenzy.
6. Let's start in the 7 o'clock time slot here. Let's go to Florida, all right, as the Panthers are playing the Utah Hockey Club. Of course, Utah plus 190. Over under is 5.5. Panthers, a little bit of a skid. Lost 3 of the last 5, but obviously they're a team that maybe can relax a little bit. But still, they have a great home record, 22-10-2, dude. So not many losses have occurred here in Florida. Utah, a bit skinny of their own as they have been all year long, dude. 3 losses in a row. Last 2 games, they've gotten outshot 13-1. Outscored, not just outshot, outscored 13-1. Brian, what do you got for this game?
It's not going to be 13-1, but I do have the Panthers here. I think easy game here at home. Utah not ready for the bright lights. Sunrise, Florida, and Amerant Bank Arena. I'm going to say 4-1. Give me the Panthers in the under.
I like that right there. Maybe Panthers, a little bit of a get-right spot against a team like Utah. I mean, you'll get some of their losses. Washington, Montreal, Islanders. Maybe Islanders, Montreal, not great, but still teams that are playing for something. Pittsburgh, obviously, is great. Washington, obviously. They're foot in the pedal. No fucking holds bar. But Panthers get right spot. I think it's going to be a shutout here for Bobrovsky. 6th of the season, 3-0. Utah falls to 32-30-11. Next game here, sticking around the 7 p.m. time slot, sticking in somewhat of the area. We're going to Carolina here as the Hurricanes take on an aforementioned team, the Montreal Canadiens here. You bet your bottom dollar, Carolina favored -320, over under 5.5. Second time of 3 that these two teams will face each other. Canadiens, believe it or not, late last month shut out the Hurricanes 4-0, dude. Since then, Canadiens have been losing 4 in a row, dude. Are they getting right here on the road?
No. Yeah. Give me the Hurricanes here. I think, a younger team kind of, going through the ups and downs of the season. No more Montembeault. I know Tommy always got a kick out of that. But I think the Hurricanes are better. I think they show it at home. I think they win this game 5-2 with the Hurricanes in the over.
Yeah. I mean, we need it.
Yeah.
We need it. So, Canes in the over certainly right now. Canes killing it, 90 points on the year. Also, another team with a great home record, 27-8-1. They get rowdy in Raleigh, no doubt about that. And I think after their 3-1 loss to Nashville, they want to make an example here of the Canadiens and, of course, get revenge. So, I would say give me the Hurricanes. I don't know, dude. I'll say 3-2. Montreal keeps it interesting, but Hurricanes edge them out a little bit here. Sticking the 7 o'clock time slot here. Let's go to Columbus, another team we need to lose here. The Blue Jackets taking on the Canucks. Vancouver coming in here as road dogs, of course, plus 105. Over under 5.5. Blue Jackets just snapped a 6-game losing streak, I believe, with their win over the Islanders. Had to take it to a shootout. But right now they have 73 points, 1 point behind the Rangers in the standings. Vancouver, a little bit of a story here for them. They're 5 points behind that second wild card spot. St. Louis definitely widening the gap here. Is Vancouver going to close it up a little bit?
Yes. Quinn Hughes, Tony.
Yeah.
5 points. 2 goals.
Wow.
3 assists. 5-2. Canucks in the over.
I do like that call here. I mean, the Canucks, obviously struggled, I guess maybe last week or 2 weeks ago with some games here. Since then, they're kind of corralling a little bit. I mentioned the shutout victory against New Jersey to beat the Islanders as well, 5-2. I think they're going to go for 3 in a row here. I love, obviously, Quinn Hughes. Tough that Philip Hedl is out injured, dude. But I guess Brock Besser obviously will be someone who's contributing 23 goals, leading the team. Let's make it 25 for tonight. Excuse me. Vancouver 2-1. Why not, dude? Vancouver and the under. Let's go now. Next game. We'll go to the 8 o'clock time slot. Speaking of the Devils, they're on the road against Winnipeg. Winnipeg minus 175 here on the money line. We're going to increase their home record 26-6-4. Another great home record for another great team. Over under 5.5. What do you got here?
I am going to go with the Jets. Hellebuck, I think we've been waiting to get that 7th shot for a long time. Yeah. He gets it. 2-0. Connor, both goals up to 39 on the season. Jets in the under.
I love that call here. Devils obviously, had some tough losses recently. One of which to Winnipeg earlier this month, 6-1, dude. So it's obviously pretty tough there. Like you said, Hellebuck shutout. I've been saying 7th shutout of the year for like 4 months, which is kind of crazy. But gets it tonight. Winnipeg 3-0. Nothing crazy. Winnipeg and the under. Now let's move on to our next game. Which is 8:30 time slot. We're going to go to Chicago. Blackhawks taking on the G Knights of Las Vegas. Vegas minus 320 coming in here. Over under is 6.5. Who are you betting on tonight?
Gotta go with the Golden Knights.
Yeah.
I always am good for like a Connor Bedard who finally has 20 points.
Yeah.
But I think it's been an underwhelming season for him and the team. 20 goals. Doubling up their losses and wins. You don't want that. But I think they get embarrassed. I think it's 6-2. Knights are ready to have Kenny Albert say the silver trophy goes to the Golden Knights. Knights in the over.
Hey, all that call there. They're making 5 in a row here for Vegas, playing great hockey at the right time. That's what great teams do. Chicago's not one of them. Vegas landslide. I don't know, 5-1, 6-1. Vegas, I'll make it 6-1. Vegas in the over. Silver Trophy, what's up, dude? In their sights, it could be. Speaking of it could be in their sights, the Rangers at 10 p.m. will be flying. Well, they already are at Anaheim. We'll be playing the Ducks, dude. Vegas has the Rangers at minus 155. The road favorites, dude. Always love to see that. Over under 6.5, courtesy of Tommy. Matt Rempe out. Not sure who his replacement is. We can look into that. Excuse me. But what do you have here? Rangers losing 4 of the last 5. The Ducks losing 3 of the last 5. What do you got?
Trouba reunion.
Trouba reunion. That's right. The tape.
Toronto.
The tape.
Igor. Shutout. Backs against the wall. Live another day. Live another day to die, according to Tony. And as they do, they'll have 12 shots on goal and win 2-0. Like they love doing. So I'm going to say Rangers in the under.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a nail biter. I think it's going to be a regulation victory, thank God. But Rangers, I would say 2-1. Your goal scorers, JT, I'll give 1 to Johnny. Why not 2? Both on 5-on-5. They're 0-for-2 in the power play. You're kind of tight about that. But Igor obviously shines brightly. I mean, maybe, I don't know, 29 of 30, let's say. 29, dude. Rangers, like I said, 2-1. Did I say 2-1 or 3-1? I'll say 3. I'll say 2-1. Why not, dude? Rangers and the under. You still don't feel great about it, Tommy. Whatever, dude. And we'll continue to extend our frenzy onto Saturday. We'll do another Rangers game, the back-to-back, the 10:30s, the West Coast Times, the road trip, the Sharks it is here. Rangers coming in here. I would say that they're plus 155. Sorry, minus 155.
I was going to say.
Not dogs here, but obviously road favorites. Over under will be probably 5.5 still. Sharks struggle to score. Igor good. Rangers struggle to score. What do you have here for the Rangers, on the back-to-back after beating the Ducks?
I mean, if they're ever going to have a game where they scored a lot, wouldn't this be the game?
I would agree.
So I think quick in, and I think they win 5-3 in probably their last high-scoring game of the year.
Wow.
I'm going to say Artie, 2 goals, 3 assists. Rangers over.
I do like quick in. Love it. I still think scoring will be kind of tough. I think there's going to be a nail-biter. A rare overtime win for the Rangers here. I would say it's going to be Mika Magic in the end of March here.
But still March,
nevertheless. Dude. Rangers take this one 4-3. Nail-biter, Rangers, and the over on that one. Just like that.
that is your Friday / Saturday edition of the Frozen Frenzy. It's not even a Mets segment either. You had to do that.
Yeah, dude.
But I just wanted to mention a few things here before we wrap up. Texas Children's Houston Open underway right now. Co-leader Scotty Scheffler,
the
Texas native here, 7 under through his first 9. Started on the back, 4 under today after firing a 67 in round 1. Taylor Pendrith, the Canadian, also at 7 under, 2 under through 7, also starting on the back 9. And then you have a few golfers here at 6 under. A fellow Canadian in Adam Svensson, 6 under. Rasmus Højgaard, 6 under. Eric Cole, 6 under. So they're 1 shot back. The grizzled vet, Keith Mitchell, in with looks like about 6 golfers at 5 under par. He's even today after fire first round 65. And Mac Meisner will tee off 152, shot 66 yesterday. Minwoo Lee shot 66 yesterday. Will tee off at 225. And then Thomas Dietrich, 3 under through 9, starting on the back, as well as Jaeger, 3 under through 9. Ricky Fowler, 3 under through 9, starting on the back. So that's really the update there. I mean, obviously the name we all look at is Scotty there in the share of the lead. Do you think it would be big, Tony, in his preparation for Augusta to win this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be pretty huge. Like you said, preparing. What are we, 2 weeks away from Augusta?
Yeah, Valero next week.
Valero next week, and then we're at Augusta National, dude. So yeah, I think it would be huge, especially for I mean, I know it's Friday. But the fact that he is right now, so far in the leader, so high on the leaderboard, I mean, you would expect the win too. I mean, I think a loss, I would imagine would take a hit to his ego, and may not be setting it up right for the Masters.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a place where he's comfortable though.
Yeah. Are you anticipating Scotty winning this one though?
Yes.
Like, honestly.
Well, he's getting a taste right now. Feels like he's going to do it. And then he's going to win at Augusta. 3 or 4 years.
That's wild.
I don't think Tiger ever did that.
No, and he's done a lot of things.
I can hear the music from here.
Wow, where is it, dude?
Jim Nantz, though, only 11 more Masters. Michael Butka shedding a tear. It's Jim Nantz calling it off after what? Probably 45 Masters at Augusta National. How are you hold up with Ian Eagle on the call?
Oh no, dude!
I don't think he's an Augusta guy.
I don't know if Ian Eagle can hold a candle. What Jim Nantz can lay down
Michael
for us
Butka
here.
wanting to jump through his TV right now. Anyhow, also just wanted to do a quick college basketball update here. Kind of crazy the tournament's still going on. We're thinking about the baseball,
MLB, hockey playoffs. Dude, who needs college?
But we did see Florida blow out Maryland by 16 yesterday. Also, looks like former Iona coach and current Maryland coach Kevin Willard going to replace Kyle Neptune at Villanova. That hasn't been finalized, but that's been heavily talked about, and they were talking about that on Rick and Dave this morning. Also, Duke beating Arizona. I think they were down early. They ended up winning 100 to 93. A duel between Caleb Love and Cooper Flagg, both scoring 30. Love with 35 points, and Cooper Flagg had 30 points, 7 assists, and 6 rebounds. So the Blue Devils, the second number 1 seed to advance to the Elite 8. Auburn and Houston will look to join them later this evening. And this is a game that Arizona had a 5-point lead. Duke had a 19-point lead, but it ends up being tight late. Nevertheless, the Blue Devils, on to the Elite 8, and the NCAA loving these high seeds advancing far in the tournament. Speaking of high seeds, the Alabama Crimson Tide blowing out BYU, and how about this stat, Tony? Not only did the Crimson Tide make 25 3-pointers, hitting on 49% of them, but they were talking about this earlier, that if they didn't make any 2-pointers, they still would have beaten BYU, which is just crazy how many 3-pointers that they actually had. And they were led by Sears with 34. Good run for BYU. And speaking of good runs, Arkansas squandering a 7-point lead in the first half and falling into overtime. So Coach Cal No Elite Eight here.
Not happy.
Toppin leading the way for Texas Tech, 20 points, 9 rebounds, 5 blocks. So a big win here for the Red Raiders. And then obviously Saturday, Sunday, we'll have Elite Eight games, but the Sweet 16 matchups that are set for tonight, 7:09 CBS, Ole Miss and Michigan State. I don't know. I have a feeling Chris Beard, the Rebels, seems like maybe they're finally going to upset one of these high seeds here. So I like them in the upset. They're 3.5-point dog. 7:39, the all SEC matchup between Kentucky and Tennessee. Kentucky's been playing well recently. Kentucky, though, is a 4.5-point underdog here. Rick Barnes, the grizzled vet, trying to get to another Elite Eight. I think he does it. I think Tennessee wins this one. I like them to cover as well. And then the 2 number 1 seeds, 9:39 on CBS. Michigan and Auburn. Bruce Pearl, can he make another Elite Eight here? I think Auburn is good, and I think we will have both number 1 seeds advance here. So I think a tight game there. I don't know if they cover the 8.5, but they advanced to the Elite Eight. And then Purdue, Houston. Houston's looked unbelievable, 8.5. Wouldn't be surprised if they cover. But setting up the 4 number 1 seeds in the Elite Eight with a chance to have only the second time in history 4 number 1 seeds in the Final Four, which would be something. That's for sure. And then to Michael Bucca's dismay, Josh Giddey for the Bulls did make a 47-footer to beat the Lakers last night. They've been struggling a little bit, but with some time to turn it around before the playoffs start. And I see JD in the house.
Yes, dude. He does say Duke. He says Cooper Flag. And he says Toppin not related to Obi. I checked.
Yes.
And then he says
everybody was thinking that.
Go Blue. And then he says Ernie. Lakers suck. So obviously a little scud over there thrown to Ernie.
He loves mentioning that with Ernie when the Lakers have
That's hilarious, dude.
We were talking about that in
Discord. It's good. Ernie deserves it, honestly. But real quick, I guess, do you have like a game of the weekend for NCAA?
Well, the Elite Eight games aren't set. So, we're dealing with what we have tonight. Well, actually, I guess, no, you do have Duke,
Friday,
Alabama, but I think Duke is so good, I don't think they're going to struggle there.
Really? Even against Bama, the threes?
No. Florida, Texas Tech, I think Florida's better. So if I had to say, I guess I would go with, this is actually kind of a tough one. Maybe Auburn, Michigan, because I think Auburn wins, but I could see Michigan giving them a battle there. Like I said, the 8.5 points is a big number. Also, the Ole Miss, Michigan State, maybe that's close. But like Rebels. I said, I'm expecting the Rebels to advance there.
To live to die another day.
Live to die another day. But that's what they do in March Madness, don't they?
Yes.
Because only one team will not die by the time the NCAA tournament is over. And then I did see former Iowa coach who was fired recently, Fran McCaffrey, named the head coach at Penn.
That's nice.
But that's really it here.
Also, it does seem, I did a little bit of research on Matt Rempe. He is going to be out, it seems. And they're saying Brett Berard may replace him in the lineup, which, again,
be welcomed.
Would be very much welcomed. You look at some of his stats, by the way, this season. He does have 28 games played this year in NHL. Only 8 points to show for it, 4 goals, 4 assists. But obviously we know he doesn't get a ton of ice time, a ton of, obviously looks necessarily, but hey, man, through those games, dude, watch out. He has 40 hits through 28 games played. Yeah. Which is great. Physical, he's quick. I think he can bring a sense of grittiness that, maybe we would have with Rempe. Obviously he's not as big, but still, he's flying around out there, which is exactly what you want from a young dad.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see if the Rangers can get the job done.
Yeah.
But I have to say, here we are. Another great show. Powered through it after a long day yesterday.
Oh, man.
But we really appreciate everybody who tuned in and continues to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jane. Costume merch, DowntimeTV.com. We want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the games. Let's go Rangers.
Let's go Rangers and Mets.
And we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.